Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer, Mikey Bugatti.
Manny Mats, I see a new background. That means I see the man cave getting built over there, or is the camera tilted up?
So actually, things are being piled away in boxes. This might be the last shot in this room that we see for a very long time. That bar that used to have a bunch of stuff on it, cleaned off. Yeah, it's getting pretty bare in here. Everything that's on the walls didn't really belong to me anyway, so it's staying. But yeah, there's a lot of boxes around me. No fancy webcam, no fancy mic. Everything's kind of been packed away, making the big move Friday.
We love it. So, we love it. New destination, but IHAB remains, and that's all that matters. Here, welcome back to this week's episode of IHAB, where we give you the most important part of sports. We got a lot on the docket for you today. We're going to talk some Eagles. We're going to talk some Giants. We're talking fantasy football. I got a segment about the scariest team in the NFL right now and who it might be. We got some injuries. We're going over to the MMA, or is it boxing, or is it both? Who's going to win? And then there's another NFL player who's going to college, all right? And we'll get all into it today. But before we jump into anything, Manny Mats, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer.
Deep Guinness I saw over there. Deep Guinness, but it's the holiday version.
It's the holiday edition.
Extra dark.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure it's going to taste the same. Yeah.
I got a Four Peaks Brewing out here in Arizona. Wow, wheat. And wow, what a week the Eagles have had. And we'll be getting into that right now.
Okay.
You can't not say that the Eagles aren't going to the Super Bowl. You can't not say that Nick Sirianni is not a good coach. You can't not say that the Eagles didn't take down and win the Pennsylvania Bowl, okay? You can't say these things. You can't say that the Eagles don't have a 12% chance to win the NFC division and go to the Super Bowl.
12%.
You can't say that. You can't say this either. You can't say that Jim Harbaugh, Don Shula, John Madden, and Vince Lombardi are all on the same list as Nick Sirianni for winningest coaches, okay? He's in the mix of elite company, and he's rising higher as weeks go on. These are things you can't say about the Eagles. I'm so hopped up right now, and I'm completely on the plane going to New Orleans to watch them play whoever's on the other side. But I believe now more than I have in other weeks that the Eagles go into the Super Bowl. We played a top defense, and we won. Our players struggled, and we won. We did it all without the touchdowns and the big runs from Saquon Barkley. So what now? What now, NBC? What now, ABC? What now, Manny Mats? What more do you want from us?
There's more football to be played. There's more games to happen. It's the NFL. Crazy things happen. You took down the first annual Pennsylvania Bowl goes to you. Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's funny, too, because now Nick Sirianni, he's the legend again.
We love him again.
In Philadelphia. About 5 weeks ago, these guys were ready to watch him burn to the ground. Yeah. So it's interesting. Well, hey, enjoy the ride while it's still trending in the right direction, but we'll see. I mean, when the Kansas City Chiefs are around and can still,
the fact
you never
that they're 13-1 pisses me off so much.
Worst 13-1 team I've ever seen.
I hate it. But let's not get into that bad team. Horrible. Let's get into another bad team. The Giants?
Bad team looking to get better with the first round pick in the upcoming draft.
You have a better shot at getting the number one chance draft pick than we do at winning the Super Bowl. And that's correct. You have a higher chance.
I like those odds. Yeah, I like those odds. Yeah, but there's some questionable things with this first round pick already. It seems that not really a big quarterback draft, and that is the position that the Giants need. So the kid out of Colorado, Shadur Sanders, I think he's already kind of said he doesn't want to come to the Giants. So
tough. Can they say no?
Yeah. So then what do we do? They could probably try to pull an Eli Manning.
That's what I figured. Yes, I do.
You remember that? Yeah.
You remember that?
For people that don't know, Eli Manning was drafted by the San Diego Chargers at the time, and he did not want to go there, so he just said, I'm not going, basically, and just nothing happened, and then a trade somehow brewed up, and and then he became a giant, and the rest is history. But yeah, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen, but I would be okay with them taking the recent Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter too. Kid looks pretty good.
I am not a big college fan. I don't watch a lot of that football. Ashton Genty doesn't get the Heisman Trophy after breaking all these records, putting up incredible numbers, and they give it to some guy whose name I've heard thrice this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think there's obviously Mikey Bugatti is one of the guys that is upset with the outcome of the Heisman this year. I don't know. Does Deion Sanders have more influence on some of the judges than we think? Possibly. They trying to make Colorado State a more acceptable place to go and play football for recruiting down the road. I don't know, but we can all speculate on that, but it doesn't matter because he is the winner, and Travis Hunter probably will be going top 5.
He definitely will be. He definitely will be. Do you think they care about those trophies at the end of the day as long as they get into the NFL?
Definitely not. They probably packed that away exactly how I've packed
everything else that you have.
Some of my stuff that I've been packing up. They just throw it in a box and label miscellaneous.
You take one photo and you're like, remember this? All right, now give me the contract. That's
it. That photo of you holding it is worth more than the actual Heisman Trophy, I believe. Who knows? But yeah.
Winner. If you get your QB that changes your team and turns it around, I have a hypothetical for you. Would you rather have this QB bring you to 5 consecutive Super Bowls and win 5 consecutive MVPs, but never win? Or they get you 1 Super Bowl in the next 5 years, but after they win that Super Bowl, they're done. They're like, they've hurt themselves. They're out of the league.
I would go with the second choice because the Giants already have 4 Lombardis, so 5 would put them in even more elite company. That's fine. They can go somewhere else and never play or win again somewhere else. That's okay. I don't want to be the Buffalo Bills of the 90s going to 4 Super Bowls and then losing. No way. I couldn't. My heart can't.
That would be a lot of depression. I'm not going to lie. Oh, this is our year. No, this is our year. No, this is our year. I would give up. I'd have to give up.
Well, I'll go to you because you, out of both of our teams,
recently.
Your team was most recently in a Super Bowl, and they didn't win. So how did it feel?
Someone took my heart out of my chest, threw it on the ground. I shed a single tear in the bar, and I was like, that didn't just happen.
And imagine 3 more years of that exact outcome.
Yeah, I'd become an alcoholic. I'd have no choice.
I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer so fast.
I'd have a beer. Yeah.
Shit. But I'd rather have those 4 consecutive going to the Super Bowls and losing than having to eat 57 hot dogs if I lose this week in fantasy football. Here I was in the consultation semifinal, okay, and I put up 120 points. You're like, wow, Mikey Bugatti, that's good. You must have won. Nope, because the team I played put up 200 points. There's nothing in the universe that wants me to win. I made all the right moves. I somehow got Mark Andrews off the waiver wire. I picked up Bateman I thought maybe he would do good. And he did do good. He put up 30 points, but it made no fucking difference. I am now again I have to win this week. That's it. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. It's win or hot dogs. That's it. I gotta win. Luckily, the guy I'm playing against, I got some good matchups. I got some good news this morning. Sincere McCormick on the Raiders is out, and you're probably thinking, who the hell are you talking about? He's the running back on the Raiders. That means all they have left for a running back is Amir Abdullah. I need this guy to have a career legacy game where he puts up 5 touchdowns. I need it. I need it to happen. I need it. Please, I need you to do that. Please, I will message you on Instagram, which I'm sure you'll see it because you're not getting a lot of messages. Win for me, for the people, Nobody wants to see me eat 57 hot dogs. They want to see Kyle eat 57.
So last week I was bitching and moaning about how the league was run and how I thought if you were in 12th place all season, you should be automatically locked for 12th place. But no, that wasn't it. There was a chance for you to get out, and I had to win this week because if I didn't win this week, I would then have dropped down and have been in the spot with Mikey Bugatti on winner gets 11th or gets 12th. I projected out. I got out thanks to Justin Jefferson and Atlanta defense. Thank you for putting me over the top. I am now free. I feel like the gladiator Maximus at the end of the movie when he says, I am now free. And then he just falls backwards and dies and goes on to see his wife and kid again. That's how I feel because no glizzies will be coming this way. No glizzies.
Very excited for you.
I was so happy. Monday night, I was so happy because I was like, if I lose, I then have to play Mike. And he has 3 wins. But my luck, my quarterback or somebody would, like 5 minutes before the game, would say, we're not playing. And then there goes 13 to 20 points gone, and I lose, and glizzies. And then I'll never hear the end of it. And I have to do it because I come on here every week, and I'd see him, and there's no hiding, and there's no running. But thank God I am out. I am done. I slept great Monday night. It's fantastic. It's over. The stress is over. I can't even imagine how you feel.
I haven't slept for weeks.
This guy's just been rewatching the Nathan's hot dog eating competition to make sure it was 58.
And this next Sunday, we're all going to be with family, right? Because it's a Christmas time. I have to sit with my girlfriend's family and pretend to not be locked in onto football the entire Sunday because I need to know if I'm winning. I need to win. And on the other hand, she's in the championship of her girlfriend's league. And here I am hoping not to suck down 57 hot dogs in the upcoming week with plus holidays, a nightmare. And then I have to pay out money to a winner. It's a triple slap to the face if I lose.
Yeah, take your money and glizzies. Well, yeah, I mean, I got to say, it only makes sense, I think, now sitting here today, it only makes sense for the 2 people to possibly have the glizzies or 11th and 12th place.
That's fair.
Right.
It would be better. It'd be hilarious if it was like 7th and 8th. I would have loved that.
It could have been me. It could have been 10th. It could have been. Thank God it's not. So, good luck to you guys today. It's very scary. You don't want to see those questionable things, those matchup percentages. It's just sketchy. You don't have no idea. And I don't know. Kyle's team is weird. They're like, he's got Puka Nacua. That guy could have 30 points, but then sometimes he'll have like 10 points. I don't know.
And then he's got like Stroud who can throw 5 touchdowns, or he forgot how to play football.
Right.
So it's like I'm
nervous. I'm
nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm relying on. Let me tell you who I'm relying on here.
You have Sam Darnold.
I got Sam Darnold. No, I got Jordan Love. I do have Sam Darnold. I got Sam Darnold.
Love.
I got Sam Darnold, and I sat him last week which is good because he only put up 12 points. But the week before, he put up 34. So up and down, up and down, up and down. So here I am. I'm banking on Bijan Robinson versus the Giants. Please, what a good matchup for me,
Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
Amir Abdullah, who's the only running back there versus the Jaguars. What a good matchup for me. All right, this is good. And then everyone else, I don't know, Deebo Samuels. You bitch about complaining, making touchdowns, and then we don't hear from you. Okay, so I'm in a tight spot. I don't know what to do.
At what point, like before Thursday night's game? I mean, Thursday. How many matchups do you have this Thursday night? How many guys playing in that game? Yeah,
none. But what you need to take it. No, but here's the problem. It's not a Thursday night week this week. It's a Saturday, Sunday weekend this weekend. So I know what your question is going to be. At what point do you start tinkering? Almost immediately on Friday night. I'm sitting on my phone and I'm reading reports and I'm like, oh, it says the workload's going to be shared. Legend has it he's always scored in this town. And
legend has it.
The reviewer from his family says he's definitely scoring a touchdown tonight. All goulash. It's all, after a while, I'm just looking at names and I'm like, Michael Rena, that's me. I'm in the lineup. It's scary. Yeah. I tinker too much and you mess up.
Yeah. At some point I'm just like, you know what? This is what I'm going with this week. I just leave it. I'm like, this is what I'm going with because you can't play that game too much of like, oh my God, but what's his name on my bench going to do better than this guy? But he's projected this many points. But but this matchup might be better.
You see like a guy on the waiver wire that you never hear about. And then, of course, that weekend, you're like, Tyrone Spears, 3 touchdowns. And you're like, that guy's been sitting there for weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Wasted points.
Drives me up a wall.
Wasted points. And then sometimes I'll even go to like the notes on the player, and like people will be like, I need 34. I'm like, there's no way this guy's putting up 34. I need 34.
You get like a guy who comments, and he's like, if you're seeing this note, you've already lost.
Yeah. If you think this guy's going to be your savior, you lost.
It's like the backup QB in hopes that the QB gets hurt.
All right. Well, Mikey Bugatti, all eyes on you and Kyle this week for the last place in the dog bowl. You know, I don't know. A part of me feels like, I'm going to be transparent, if Kyle loses, we are just not going to hear or see from him ever again.
I can see that happening.
Shout out, Kyle, if you're listening. Prove me wrong. I just feel like if you lose, we just won't hear from you or see you for at least 3 months, at least.
We're just going to get a message in the chat, like, guys, I'm going to be honest, I'm not eating those. And then he jumps out.
And then Kyle has left the group chat. Yeah. It's like, be honest, you can send me all the frozen hot dogs you want. I'm not touching them. Yeah.
We all start delivering dogs to his house.
I would totally do that. I would just, instead of sending like Jehovah's Witnesses to your house, I'm just going to drop off
delivery, hot dogs.
Walmart delivery.
You better eat them.
Cold. Yeah. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Another loser, real quick here in the football. Yeah. Another loser is Kirk Cousins for the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins.
Can I tell you? In my other fantasy league, I had the option of playing Jared Goff or Jordan Love. I lost by 30 points, okay? But hold on and listen. And I thought to myself, Kirk Cousins is going to come in on a Monday night. He's always good on Monday night. He's going to Kirk Cousins it up and throw like 5 touchdowns against a Raiders defense who lets a bunch of touchdowns. Nope. He puts up 7 points, and Jared Goff puts up 42 points, which would have helped me win to the next round, but I lost. And now Kirk Cousins gets his payments. So tell us what happened to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins losing his starting job. It only makes sense. The guy's lost like 5 games in a row. He's thrown a shit ton of interceptions. He wishes he was throwing touchdowns. A lot of interceptions in those last 6 games. So you guys probably forgot this player was even on the Atlanta Falcons when they did that surprise pick in the draft. They picked up a quarterback. Michael Penix Jr. is going to get the start this week.
I hope he wins.
A little late than never, but here we go. Yeah,
Falcons somehow still have a shot at the NFC South. They're only 1 game behind the Buccaneers.
Absolutely.
What does that even mean?
Wild.
You won.
Absolutely wild. The guy's lost 6 games in a row, and you're still 1 game out.
That's crazy.
You're 1 game out. That's like saying the Giants that haven't won a home game, haven't won a single game at home, are still 1 game out.
You're still good.
Playoffs.
All of the NFC is crazy right now. You got the NFC South are all 1 game between each other. The Lions and Vikings are tied. So if someone sneezes and loses, that's it. You lost the first division. The NFC West are all within 1 game of each other, except for the NFC East, in which the Eagles have pulled away. Other than that, everybody is 1 slip up away, and you're out of the playoffs. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. And that's kind of how our fantasy league was. A lot of people were close this year. Not a lot of there were the top 1 and 2 guys. They kind of had
a 2-game buffer. Maybe 2-game buffer.
Maybe. Everybody else is 1 game away from each other. But interesting in the NFC this year. We'll see. But Michael Penix Jr. finally getting the start this week for
Who do
Atlanta.
You think?
We'll see what happens.
Who do you think? Moving from this topic to another, who do you think is the scariest team between these that I'm about to name for you right now? The Lions at 12-2, the Vikings at 12-2, the Eagles at 12-2, the Chiefs at 13-1, or the Bills at 11-3. You see them on the other side of the Giants, and you're like, "Wow, we fucking lost."
I'm gonna go. You're gonna roll your eyes at me and be like, "Absolutely not." But just hear me out. Number 1, I gotta go with the fucking Bills. They beat up
the Lions
on the Lions, who everyone thought was the for sure Super Bowl. Yeah, well. I mean, maybe they only lost by 6, but Josh Allen's just like a superhero.
I couldn't believe
He's just unbelievable. MVP, I think so. And I say this team just because they are the worst 13-1 team in the history, but they continue to win with the help of the zebras on the field, I think, and just Roger Goodell wanting them to go and make history again. So for that reason, how do you bet against the Kansas City Chiefs? I just don't see a situation where the Kansas City Chiefs are losing. How? Who's beating them and why?
I know. I get it.
But analytically, probably the Eagles. They're probably the best team. I'd say the Bills and the Eagles, I'd say, are probably the
Top
two,
teams.
like on paper, best teams.
I
Yes.
disagree with you. And I'm an Eagles fan. I disagree. Let me lay out some things for you.
Okay.
The Lions are 12-2.
Yeah.
They've had the best team they've had in years. They have all the pieces together.
Yeah, right.
Sorry that Montgomery just got hurt. That sucks. But they still have the best team.
Gibbs.
Eagles
still
have the best team that they had. We've had a pretty good team, but now we have all complete pieces together. We're maybe missing a good safety. The Chiefs, you're right. They're not just 52 people or 26 people on the field. They got like 30. How many refs are on the field? They got them on their team.
They got a whole boardroom.
The Bills have the best team they've ever had in their life. And then we have a team that's like, hey, let's just put in Sam Darnold. They're fucking around, and they're somehow 12-2. Yeah. That's the scariest team to me. Here we are all trying our hardest, and they're like, hey, you think you want to play football this year or something? And they put in Sam Darnold, and they picked him up off the wire, and somehow he's just like standing there with he's Big Bird in the Fortune 500 company room as GME floors into the ceiling. That's the Vikings right now.
That's your
sneaky team.
That's your hungry dog team.
Yes.
That's your, hey, what are we doing here? I don't know. Let's just go out and see if we can score some
all
points.
All of the Lions fans that have bet thousands of dollars for them to win the NFC North, they're like, these Vikings are going to fucking steal this first place from us right now. Yeah, I think they might.
Yeah.
I think they might.
Yeah.
I think they might.
They might. They very well could. And the part about that just would pain me is, who's the backup quarterback in Minnesota?
Daniel Jones. That's right. I went to go look it up.
And
it's Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I was going to let you Google it and look it up and just tell me. Yeah.
That's such an interesting thing you said. Here I am going to look the last few games that the Lions and Vikings have. And let me tell you, and you tell me who's going to win out. Okay. The Lions play the Bears and the 49ers for the last two games. I won't tell you who the last game is. But the Lions play the Bears and the Niners. I think they can beat both those teams easily.
Yeah, easily. Bears are done.
The Vikings, on the other hand, they play the Packers and the Seahawks. Tough games.
Seahawks still have a shot, I think,
but
too.
I still think the Vikings win that. But at the very end, the Vikings play the Lions. A game in which you would normally sit your players because it's the end. They now they play each other for what I think will be the best game of the year. For number one in the NFC North.
Oh, that's a huge game.
I would love to go to that
huge
as a third-party fan just to watch.
Oh, my God. When is that? So Lions-Vikings,
that's the last game of the season, and right now the Vikings are on a 7-game win streak, okay? I don't know how you take that down.
Vikings are just fucking around.
Just fucking around. They're like, throw to Justin Jefferson. Try Addison. Anyone's out there. Just fucking Justin.
Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck it. My God, that's awesome. Yeah, I know. Sam Darnold, who was drafted like number 1 overall by the fucking Jets, didn't work out. And then he played for the friggin' Carolina Panthers, didn't work out. And now he's in Minnesota and it's working out.
He's crushing it.
It's working out. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The only time it doesn't work out is when Mikey Bugatti plays him in his fantasy lineup and he doesn't score.
I'm going to play him this week. Yeah. I'm playing him this week.
There you go.
So get ready.
Good job. Now you're thinking.
Get ready.
Now you're thinking. So, Vikings. Sneaky bastards.
You forget about them. They didn't forget. Don't forget about them.
No, they, you know what? I think they do forget, and they're just like, fuck it, it's just another game.
I think they're playing. They're like, we're out of the playoffs, right? All right, get in there. Let's start throwing the ball around. Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck it. Just ask Madden every play. Just fucking hitting Xbox 360.
I wish there was a way that they could like simulate on the sideline. They're like, they're doing this formation for you. We're 3rd and 1, and this is the time, and then play the game. And they're like, all right, do or whatever, 4 outs, short to the left.
Right.
Yeah, button draw. Yeah,
that would love be cool. There's a mode I saw, like if you're watching the Thursday night game on Amazon Prime, there's a mode on Amazon Prime where you can literally watch. It looks like a video game. It shows like
the routes and the stats and all. Yeah, I'm into that shit.
Yeah,
I'm into that shit.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that they give you the stats and stuff.
We'll see. Close matchups here.
We'll see. I have something here for you about the Lions. Now that we're speaking about them. I'm dialed in on bets and what I think goes on and what's a good bet for the season, what's a bad bet for a season. Here's what I thought would have been a good bet for the season. David Montgomery over 775-yard rushing. He's crushing it. He's crushing it, right? David Montgomery, as of just 2 days ago, has a season-ending injury. He's getting torn MCL, so he's got to get it repaired. Okay. The line on him for the season was 775.5 yards. Manny Motts, how many yards do you think he got before he got injured? He got 775 yards. He was 1 yard short of that injury. There's no way that there's a fix in on that. That's a bad beat. That is absolutely terrible that this guy couldn't fall forward 1 more yard, or they couldn't have not given the ball to Gibbs just 1 more time.
Yeah.
What a terrible way to ruin I can only imagine which is everyone's bets out in Detroit. Tough, bad beat for them there. That sucks. And it sucks for the Lions to move them.
Yeah, that's tough.
To lose them like that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't bet. That's why I let you bet occasionally. I'll listen to you, but that's horrible. That's why I can't do it. Horrible.
That's all right. We're moving on from football now. Manny Motts is just talking to me about some information that I haven't heard somehow. I didn't hear about this. Tell me about it, Manny Motts.
Yes. Wait, what do you want to go to first? You want to go
octagon.
To the
I want to go to the
coaching
octagon.
Or the octagon? Yeah. So breaking news: Conor McGregor. We've all heard of him, the UFC champion, the guy, fucking Conor McGregor, the dude that was in Roadhouse 2. That was absolutely horrible. Yeah, he's making his return to the MMA and has agreed, or he's delaying his return to the MMA, and he's agreeing to fight the world famous, the world renowned, the undisputed YouTube king himself, Logan Paul, in a boxing exhibition in India.
Why?
All eyes on that.
Why entertain this guy any more than what he's already gotten?
Let me take a run at it. Let me take a stab at why he's going to do it. He needs money.
Who? McGregor?
Conor McGregor.
He's got that whiskey line or something.
I think he sold it. I think he sold it, or he had to sell it, or he was getting kicked out. Yeah, I think something happened with that. Either or. Why else would he be facing Logan Paul at an exhibition boxing match?
I have no idea, because he keeps delaying his return to the MMA. He had to fight in June, and it never landed because of his injury.
Chandler. He was supposed to fight Chandler. I don't think he's ever fighting in the UFC again, because as the days move forward and the months change over and the years flip, he gets older and older. And I don't think he's fighting anymore in the UFC. That's my prediction. And I think that's why he's fighting Logan Paul in India in a boxing expedition. I don't know why India, but who cares? Because if you're a sucker, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a sucker that buys this fight, you're a sucker. You're exactly what you are.
That's it. You're a sucker.
You're a sucker. You're a sucker. I will gladly sit there the next morning, probably Sunday morning, with my coffee, turn on ESPN for free, and watch a 30-second breakdown of how the fight was horrible and how we knew that this was going to be horrible, but it broke all of these pay-per-view and this and that, because Conor McGregor is going to be running his mouth leading up to the fight, and there's going to be some pushing and shoving and trash talking and this and that and stupid shit. And then come to find out, it'll probably be fixed. Conor will be like, Logan will be like, listen, you can't fucking use your arms. Only I can punch. And that'll go on for 10, 15 minutes. And then Logan will win in a split decision. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now what's already going to happen. Logan Paul will win that fight.
What would be your ideal fight scenario? They get in. What is your ideal scenario?
Like these two assholes start the fight?
They go into the octagon. What's your scenario on how the fight goes? Who wins? How many rounds?
It's a UFC fight. Okay. First of all, it would be a UFC fight. And because I think those are a little less harder to like rig and like play along. And like we all saw the Mike Tyson fight. Like he was barely barely throwing jabs.
He looked like he wasn't the home up there.
Yeah, who knows what happened? But I think if they were rolling around and you could be choked out and stuff like that, I think it would be a little bit harder to fake. But who knows? I mean, wrestling, you kind of rolling around, fake tapping out. So maybe I'm totally wrong with that. I don't know. I think my perfect situation would be these two assholes don't fight and save us the $50 or whatever it's going to be to pay to watch this. That bozo people are going to pay to watch because we're going to watch the press conferences, the weigh-ins, the shit talking back and forth, and then they're going to come and fight, and it's going to be a spectacle piece of bullshit. That's what it's going to be.
There you have it, everyone, if you're listening out there.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor versus Paul versus the suckers. And don't be a sucker. Don't buy this fight.
Don't be a sucker.
Watch it on ESPN in the morning with Manny Motz over some coffee.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, listen.
He'll buy you the coffee.
We'll all be laughing about it. Yeah, I'll buy you a coffee. We will all be laughing about it. I'm telling you, Sunday morning, watching it, we'll all be laughing about it like, wow, did this really happen? Was that really the fight?
That's why it's in India.
Only 2 punches were landed in the entire fight, and Logan Paul wins the fight. That's my prediction.
There it is. Yep. You heard it here first.
There we go.
All right.
There it is. Don't waste your time.
That's the octagon for you.
That's it.
Manny Motz, take us to college. What do you got first on college?
College. All right. Well, we broke it last week. Bill Belichick heading back to college.
Who's next?
Where his girlfriend goes to school. Actually, not really, but it would just be awesome if that was a true story that this 26-year-old girl that he's seeing now also goes to the University of North Carolina, where he is now going to be the head coach. Well, another NFL player or coach in the NFL. Here we go. We might have heard of him. He might have played for your beloved Eagles once upon a time ago. Mike Vick plans to accept the head coaching job at Norfolk State.
I love it. You want to know why he's going to do good there?
Because they got dog.
He's got that dog in him. He's got that dog in him. He's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. I'm excited for him. I've always been a big fan of Mike Vick from beginning of his life to the end.
Yeah, great. Well, his life is ending at Norfolk State. So there you have it. You can wrap the bow, and somebody can release the documentary now on Mike Vick because the final chapters are among us.
Love it for Mike Vick. Love it for him. All right, we got one more topic on the docket here, and then beers, and we're out of here. Mikey Bugatti. He's got it. I got the inside scoop on this one. You're going to love this one. Think about this stat line. I throw you the ball 89 times.
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to block that light.
I throw you the ball 89 times. How many times are you going to score a touchdown if I throw you the ball 89 times?
89 times.
Right? Oh, you said 80? He's 100 for 100. 89 times. Well, if your name is Trey McBride, you're not going to score a single touchdown if I throw you the ball 89 times. But that's why this week is different from all the others. Mikey Bugatti knows that this is the week. Anytime touchdown scorer, Trey McBride on the Cardinals against the Panthers. You give me $100 this week. I'm going to give you $850. There's your Christmas shopping. There's a gift for yourself. It's a one-legger. It's a home run. It's a touchdown. That's what it is. Trey McBride, anytime touchdown. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is. Normally I give you these big bets. Normally I give you these extraneous bets. Normally it's six. Not this week. One time, one throw, one ball, one guy. Trey McBride touchdown. $100 to $850. Not only are you gonna watch the game and call your friends, Manny Motz, what are you gonna do after he catches his touchdown?
You're gonna call the bank and tell them, "Here's all the money that I need to pay off my credit card bill with."
Boom.
Thank you.
Call the bank and pay off the credit card, the money with the credit card, that bank that you owe.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, Christmas is expensive. Yeah, so thank you, Mikey Bugatti, for that. Lock that in. I surely need the extra cash around Christmas. But before we get out of here, I just want to spin to. I just remembered, just came across my mind. I want to spin to a sport that we don't really cover that often, but it's been big news. Baseball, MLB.
Yeah, I heard about this guy.
New York teams in particularly. Okay, the little brothers of New York, some would say. The New York Mets, the amazing Mets, they ended up getting the young Juan Soto from the Yankees for $765 million over 15 years.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Not bad. It's a little bit more than I make after taxes, but I mean, not bad. Good for him. By now everybody's seen that. It's been like a week now, but I wanted to share this.
$51 million.
So the Yankees have been making some moves.
$51 million a year. Light work.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, so the Yankees didn't get Juan Soto, so they've been making some moves to try to salvage the team and keep the fans at bay. Chicago traded Cody Bellinger. I don't expect you to know who these players are, but they traded Cody Bellinger to the Yankees. So Cody Bellinger is now part of the Yankees. Do you know what's Giancarlo Stanton is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's a little fun fact that I'm sure will be so much fun to talk about in the locker room for the Yankees in this upcoming season. This is fantastic. So Cody Bellinger, who is now a Yankee, his wife is Giancarlo's ex-girlfriend.
Same locker room.
Same team. Same locker room. Same woman.
Too much same. Much different.
Too much same. That last same probably don't want to share that same.
That sounds to me like if someone has a bad game, some words might get thrown in someone's face, and that's why your wife left you. Yikes.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen a photo of Giancarlo Stanton in the last year. The dude is on steroids, no doubt about it. Okay, and one of the side effects of steroids is roid rage.
Huge.
Okay, this guy is a monster.
Massive.
And roid rage is a side effect of steroid use. We all know this. So, like you said, when somebody starts chirping possibly about who'd she end up with, and then he was like, well, I hit it first.
Not good enough.
Problems could arise. Yeah, not good enough.
Another side effect is road rage.
It was cold that day.
Small pee-pee.
Yeah, could be some problems in the Yankee clubhouse. Good. All I'm saying. I saw that and I'm like, I got to talk about that.
That was a mistake.
Could be. Oops. Yeah, I don't know how when they're making these negotiating deals and they check. Oh, by the way, your wife's coming to New York now too, right? She's gonna come. Oh yeah, but who's your wife? Let me meet your wife. There's no. Oh wait. That should be in the report, the portfolio with these players, because that could be a big problem.
Could be a big problem. We'll see. This upcoming season.
We'll see for sure. But another big problem is this Guinness that I'm going to have right now. Run this through
the gauntlet as fast as you can. I'm next. Hit me.
Okay, it's a Guinness. It's a holiday Guinness because it's got a little bow on it. So here we go. Turns out it tastes exactly the same as normal Guinness that you would have 365 days a year, or just on St. Patrick's Day. It's okay. It's a Guinness. I don't know. Fucking tailgate.
Check.
Sure. Maybe not a whole one. Dinner.
Check.
Sure. Not a whole one. Scale 1 through 10. This is an easy. Guinness is a 6 flat. It's a little bit better than okay.
You passed. You got the C. Here we go. I got the Wow Wheat from Four Peaks Brewing. I've had it at the bar before, but I'm having it now here for you. This is an orange wheat whale. Let's get it. Am I having this at dinner? Many. Am I having this at a tailgate? I'm not sharing them. I'll tell you that. That's how good these are. 1 through 10, this is a 7.9. This is one of my favorite beers lately. Wow Wheat. Okay, they're killing it with this beer. Beautiful design. It makes me want to be outside on a mountain. Wow Wheat's delicious. It is delicious. Manny Motts, take us out of here.
Okay. What was the rating?
7.8.
Okay, there we go. Just to make sure everyone got that they Wow Wheat 7.
7.8. 7.8.
7.8. All right. Well, that is the episode. I don't necessarily know if we're going to be able to do an episode next week because, guys, it's Christmas. A lot of people traveling. We'll do our best. If not, we'll be back in 2 weeks, maybe the new year with a lot.
If anything, we'll do an emergency short blip episode to give you an update on the fantasy football hot dogs because I know you're going to want to know.
Yes, that is pressing news. That is right, and that is something that we will know by Monday night.
Yep.
Next Monday night. Yep. So, yes, good luck again, Mikey Bugatti. And yes, we will see everybody when we see everybody. And if we don't see you before the holidays,
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
And good luck to you,
Thank
Mikey
you.
Bugatti.
Thank you.
In your fantasy
Follow
football.
us, like on all the social media. Enjoy the holidays. Follow Mikey Bugatti on his bets. See what happens in the hot dog saga and get the most important part of sports in the place that you do every week on I'd Have a Beer.
I'd Have a Beer.